I quit my high-paying job in the tech industry and moved to Montana to pursue my dream of starting my own whiskey distillery. Just around $25,000 to my name and a few pieces of equipment I brought with me. We're starting from scratch. Will our whiskey distillery be successful? We'll find out. This is Whiskey RP. Welcome to Whiskey RP, Tahiti County, Season 3. It's not going to just be Tahiti County. We'll be back in Montana as well, but so far we are just starting to get established here in Iowa, and right now we just have one tractor in town. We have this John Deere 7R 350 Gen 2 tractor. Pretty good piece of hardware. We can get 388 horsepower in this bad boy, so we're going to definitely keep that in mind as we purchase some implements to get us up and running. $648,000 to our name and a lot of fields to take care of, so we're gonna need a lot. Let's jump in the truck and do a little tour and talk about the plans, and we're gonna drive through the fields. So this field here was corn last year, so we are gonna try to do some crop rotation on it, and this whole large old cornfield will be soybeans, as well as 42 over here, which is just a smaller field. So we'll get this for soybeans as well. This grass field out here is ours, so we'll have to keep an eye on some equipment for maintaining that. Need to decide what we're gonna do with the barn here for cattle. I don't think we're gonna have cattle in Tahiti County, so we'll probably pass on that. South here on the road to our right, we have field 39 and 38. Those are both going to be corn, even though, let's hop out here. So 38, this one was corn. We're gonna do corn again because we need a lot of corn. And then this field over here, number 39, was soybeans. So we'll be putting corn in there. And then the two fields we haven't looked at are down here a ways. Actually 37 straight in front of us. It's gonna be corn on corn as well. We gotta get a lot of corn for the distilleries. This small little slice here, field 27, is going to be beans as well. And field 25 is gonna be soybeans also. So we're gonna turn around here. That's the end of the tour. As you can see, field 25 does go pretty far back past these tracks. Let's go ahead and head back and get the semi. We need to head into town and get a couple implements to get started prepping. Tillage is definitely the first thing we have on our minds, and I think we're gonna do some anhydrous this time around. So we'll do some tillage and also get some fertilizer or some anhydrous in the ground, some nitrogen, get the levels looking pretty good and ready for planting season. And we'll go ahead and leave the F350 there, and we'll get in the truck, and hopefully they have something to load up what we need on it. Let's go ahead and head into town and bring back what we buy. This Tahiti County is a very large map, so it takes a little while to get across the town, and we're heading to the shop right now. It's a little bit of ways, and it's kind of nice. A little different than Black Mountain, Montana, which was a very small map, to be honest. I think it's a 1X map. This is a 4X, I believe. So it's pretty nice to get on here. A lot larger fields, and also these stoplights are actually functional. You can't drive through when it's red, so luckily the timing was good there. I think we're about a third of the way to the store at this point. I will see you in a little bit. We finally arrived, and I'm hoping these aren't too large, because that'll suck. All right, that's gonna be interesting to get that home, but we'll see if somebody can help us get this loaded and be on our way. On second thought, we came over here with the John Deere because it was just too wide to put on that trailer. So we are gonna head back, get our hazards on here, and get this set up home. We spent about $100,000 on this, so money's going fast. We need a seeder, a planter. Potentially a planter would be enough, but yeah, we got to figure that out next. But I wanted to get the tillage done, and we'll probably need something for spraying weeds, as well as putting down some solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer. We'll have to figure that out. Potentially spraying the second application of fertilizer. The anhydrous should take care of the first one for us, but we will have to do the second one after planting as well. So we'll get this home and get started. I think we'll start on potentially field number 37 and just work our way through to 39 and get the cornfields prepped, because we can plant corn before we can plant soybeans. So And we can go later in the season before we plant the soybeans. So I think prioritizing getting corn in the ground is going to be the first thing we need to do. So we'll get to those fields and start tilling them up and getting some anhydrous laid down. So if we come up here and we try to go, it's going to see it stopping us. Oh, yeah. And now we're stuck until the light turns green. I just wanted to kind of demonstrate that. A pretty cool feature. It gets annoying sometimes because you don't want to stop when you're just kind of traveling somewhere, but it adds some realism. Sorry, car. All right, we've made it back, and we're definitely going to need more anhydrous than this. So one of the things that I have prepped already is we should be having a delivery soon of a tank that will be ours long term. We'll have a service come by and fill it up for us from time to time, but we'll have plenty of anhydrous in stock to be able to just head back to the farm and fill up this tank when the time comes. And let's go ahead and unfold here. Got it turned on. We'll go, oh yeah, you know what? You gotta lower it though. All right, let's back it up a little bit and lower it down. There we go. That looks like what we're expecting. And we'll go ahead and take a look at our field data here just to see if this is operating the way we think it should. But yeah, it is putting the first application down of nitrogen for us, or fertilizer, however you want to word it, anhydrous. So this will be interesting here. Let's go ahead and switch to the right implement so we can raise it. We'll come over here. We'll turn this way. Raise it up and loop around, and we turn too sharp. Oh boy, things to learn. All right, let's get it lowered back, get as close as we can here. Very nice cultivated field, ready for some seed. It's going to be April when we put corn in the ground, so we do have some time to get all these fields tilled and prepped. It feels nice working on a new farm, and look at all of this land in front of us. That's ours. Whole lot of work ahead of us. One field done, and it doesn't look like it's going through much product to do this, so that's definitely going to be in our favor. But this would be the next field that we're going to attack. Okay, let's go ahead and get the cultivator turned on. It's something new for me to remember to do here, and then we will lower the cultivator as well. And go ahead. It looks great. Yeah, it's working good. Get this second field done. The way things are going time-wise, these smaller fields will get out of the way. It'll be interesting once we get to one of the larger ones to see how much of this anhydrous it uses and how time-consuming these fields are. So far, it doesn't feel too stressful. I mean, the fields in Montana aren't tiny. Some of them are decent sized, but this is a whole new ballgame for us, so lots to learn here, and staying off of that fence and figuring out how to turn around is going to be tricky. But yeah, we've only used 2%, which is curious, but I know it is working because you can tell by the color. It's a little darker than it would be if it wasn't putting anything down. And we've double checked the map as well. It would be interesting. I want to go a whole year here and see about the water sitting in these areas that are separating these fields. And I imagine there's a reason why they have some of these small cutouts, and it's probably because there's some standing water when it rains and crops don't grow well there anyways. So it's probably just a waste of resources to plant there. So we'll probably copy that same pattern and keep these fields the way they are, unless we learn otherwise with our experience here. Well, the first two fields are done. Let's go ahead and head home. I believe our delivery of our tank's going to be here soon, though now I'm kind of questioning purchasing it. I mean, we could just run to the store with this. Yeah, you know what? Let me get a hold of them and we'll cancel that because we're learning a little bit about this, and it doesn't appear that we really need it that often, and we can run and refill these. I think we're going to, yeah, we'll still have capacity in here. By the time we get done with all of these, we'll learn from that. And if next year we need it, then we'll buy that tank. We need an auger too, now that I look at the bins. And the bin location, that's gonna probably, that's gonna make me very mad. Just being honest here. Getting those augers set up over here, oh, we'll figure it out. I want to get better at that though. We'll figure it out. So now let's take a look at our map. We can see the portion of our property that we've taken care of. We still have field 39 to do, 25, 27, and 40. Apparently this field is kind of split. If we look at here, It's all 46, but I don't, yeah, the way they did these fields is a little confusing. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Adjusting to what the old farmers did, but the next one we're gonna attack is this one here, as it looks like our field opening is over this direction. So, yep, there is a path. I was gonna say, we need a couple more roads back here, but looks like there is a path. We'll go ahead and get this pre-opened up for us. Get back in the tractor. Lots of work to do. Lots of work to do. Wonder how Bobby's doing in Montana. Hope everything's going good over there. I just tore down this fence here. I don't really find it purposeful, so we're gonna get rid of that. And it was a little snug to get the tractor through here, so that will definitely help us next time, as long as we don't run into this tree here. And yeah, make this wide turn. I'm hoping this gate is large enough, because the other one definitely was not. Definitely some things to think about. I'm gonna get completely in here. And oh man, where do we want to start with this field? Let's go ahead. Maybe do it in sections? Wow, this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna go ahead and start up here. Get it lowered. You don't have access to that land. I think I do. Let's go ahead and turn it on. I think that indication or warning was a little confused. Let's go ahead here and wrap close to that fence. And you know, since we own both of these fields, we might end up getting rid of this fence here. There's no real reason for us to have it, since it's kind of our land anyways, so we'll keep that in mind and think about that. Another field to go. Busting it out. Feels good. And reading the manual on this implement, I thought 9 miles an hour was the recommended speed, but it turns out it's 15, so we got the speed cranked up a little bit, and it seems to be handling it just as well. This is another spot where we're just going to kind of have to kind of sneak in here and get as close as possible and then turn and hope to get as much of this cultivated. Ran into the fence just a little bit there. Has some challenges as we learn our way around our new farm. Okay, so this is interesting. We're gonna fix this. We are going to, I didn't realize that we are going to own this property, and we're going to refund the money, because that's just weird. So that'll just be some extra property that we have, and we're just gonna role play it. So another field there to think about. That was poor planning on my part. If I would have put that as part of the original purchase, if I would have realized that the fields overlapped property lines like that. Interesting design there. Let me know if you think I shouldn't have done that. We can correct it later. I think it's okay. I noticed some of the areas are cultivating up this grass, and I don't have it turned on to where it would allow the cultivator to make a field. So we'll keep an eye on that and try not to ruin too much of this layout. You can see there, yeah, it's definitely eating into that more than it should. But, oh, that was way too fast. Let's back up. Really strange, this lift. Not 100% sure what's causing that, but we'll adjust and we can fix some of it after the fact, which means this right here would probably turn into, I don't know. Anybody else playing on this map, let me know if that's something. Like, is this actually grass? Let's look. Let's turn grass on. No, it doesn't appear to be, so I'm not sure what would cause that. Kind of unfortunate. You know, I've always been a two-headland kind of guy, and I think with this implement here, with the tanks behind us, we're going to do 3. At least these end rows right here loop back around, and that'll allow us to go up and down and turn around with ease. Just something, you know, I've used these one time before, and the fields did not have fences like this, so it was easier to turn around, and this definitely is opening up a new challenge to farming for me, which is pretty fun. I do love it. I like these new features and stuff that's been around forever that I just haven't been using. But it is very realistic to the part of the world that we are farming in, so I figured it would be best to use this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you use anhydrous and if you love it or hate it. I think it's fun to mix it up and not just use sprayers or spreaders, or, you know, double with the direct drills that have the fertilizer in it as well, or the regular planters and seeders with fertilizer tanks. Just a nice mixture. You know, that's another thing to keep in mind when we do look for our seeder and our planters is, do we want to find something that will allow us to also lay down fertilizer? Finishing up this first big field, and It feels pretty good. We're getting some work done. I'm glad we learned everything we did in Montana before taking on these big fields, though. So it's got me pretty confident in what we're doing. We do need to get lime and figure out a way to spread lime on here. I do want to look at town and see what kind of products or what kind of vehicles are available for that. So we'll go and get this last little field done over here. And then I think it'll be time to take a break and check on Montana and see how Bobby's doing. Yeah, this shouldn't take very long at all. And it'll be a nice time after this. So like I said, check on Bobby, make sure everything's looking good with our other farm. Yeah, very quick field. We just got a little spot over here that we've missed. And not even 20% of these tanks used. Definitely think it was a wise idea to cancel that purchase of the supply tank. So we'll go ahead and put this away. We're going to go jump on our tablet and do a little virtual meeting with Bobby and kind of see how things are going in Montana. So total disclosure here, I'm not 100% sure how I want to role play this or figure out how we're gonna play out Bobby's part here. I was tempted to use what does that say? Oh, unfold. I was tempted to use a voice changer and pretend like I was talking as Bobby, but I don't know if we're gonna do that. Might be something that we do, but let's get into it. So here in Montana, it's still March as well, obviously, as Iowa. And today, the main thing we want to do is prune the old grapevines and make sure that they're prepped and ready for next year. We could potentially look at fertilizing them as well, but just some tasks that we'll have to do over the next few months over here, as well as just taking care of the grass field and the animals, making sure the sugar gets sold as well. A lot of our discretional income, you know, just kind of coming in every month, or our recurring income, I should say, is what's really going to help the Tahitian County project become as successful as possible. And so we'll just keep plugging away over here. Probably we'll be flying back into Montana to do the harvest, to help Bobby with the harvest, and we'll fly Bobby out to Iowa as well to help as well with that. And after that, there's not much else to do other than the vines here. So we'll get these pruned up real quick, check all of our productions and make sure that they're all set and ready to go for the next month. And then we'll head back to Tahitian and get some more nitrogen or anhydrous laid down and cultivation done on the soon-to-be soybean fields. And it'll be an interesting adventure. We'll be able to decide long-term, you know, well, not long-term, but each episode where we're going to start. So some episodes may start in Montana, some might be in Tahitian County. I think it's going to be a fun series. Let me know if you think this is overdone and we should just sell all the property in Montana, or if we should keep going with it. I think it's a cool idea. I think we're going to roll with it, unless I get a lot of feedback saying don't show the Montana stuff. But like always, I appreciate the feedback and take it into consideration to make these series as enjoyable as possible for all of you. Bobby is finishing up the last row here. The vines are looking nice and fresh and ready to start regrowing here in the spring. The next thing we're going to do is, like I said, check on the productions. We're going to talk a little bit about our plan on how we're going to maintain those during this adventure. So we'll get this finished up and head on over to the production, pretty much the menus. We'll probably head over to the sugar beet area, or the sugar factory, and take a look at that first. Let's get this put away and we'll do that. First, we want to visit the winery. Let's go ahead and hop in here and set it up the way we want to. Let's go in the production menu and we'll jump into this as we go through it. But we're going to change, we're making wine. We are going to do selling, so that when we skip through time, that'll just take care of itself. And I think we're going to do the same here as well. So we'll go ahead, well, you know what? Let's go to just the bourbon and we'll change that to selling. And we shouldn't have any here. We'll keep an eye on the whiskey separately, since that's the main part of the series. These here, oh, these are piling up. I don't know why I put those there. I think we might have been thinking about, because they don't spawn here, they spawn over here, right? Let's turn on that. So yeah, these are over here. Maybe I was thinking about sending these to Iowa, but we have a lot there because we might do a distillery or two there. So what is our stock looking here? I don't know why those aren't popping up for me. But if we look in here on our building storage, we do have 343 yeast, so we'll keep an eye on that as we go. The yeast factory, we're going to, yeah, we'll just keep it to spawning and maintain that. Sugar, let's go ahead and bring this over here. Oh, sugar was getting low. Interesting. How is grapes over here? Grapes are good. Oh, that's right. It holds 5,000. So we're going to top this off again, and we'll put maybe 1 or 2 extra over here just so that they can slowly get accepted. There we go. Yeah, we'll leave those. And then we'll come over here and change this one. Oh, if I can get up the stairs. And for now, we will put sugar to selling. And these ones we will get over there ourselves. Get a tractor and trailer. If we can find the trailer. Is it over there? Oh, here it is. Okay. We'll get these loaded up. Get them over to Hoot's place. That'll give us a little bit of extra money, but before we do that, we'll head on over to the sawmill area and see if there's anything over there we need to sort out. Spawned items we'll take care of, and we'll turn the clothing production onto selling as well. I don't think there's many wood chips. I think we finished up doing that last time. So yeah, we don't have to take care of that, and I think we did sell all the clothes. Let's loop around here. Oh, we do have 1, so we'll pick that up. We'll take that to Hoot's place as well, but let's hop down here. All the other productions should be fine the way they are, but this one we will have to set to selling. So we'll come in here and change to selling. Perfect. And now let's head on over to Hoot's place and get some money. All right, we have arrived. Let's see how much money Hoot wants to give us today. Yeah, about 40,000, not bad. That's definitely going to be helpful. Help us buy maybe possibly the spreader in Iowa. We'll get this home, and I think that's all we need to do in Montana. So what I've been thinking about for progression is when we're done with the day in Montana, we'll go ahead and skip forward to the next month, let all the productions do their thing overnight. That'll give us the number of money to then transfer over to the other game. That's going to be the hardest part of this experiment that we're doing this season, is figuring out exactly how we're going to balance the balance sheet, really. And I think I have a plan, so you'll have to bear with me as we figure it out, but we will get this parked and sleep in Montana, simulating Bobby being done for the day. Chickens should have plenty of food. The sheep have plenty of food. We don't need to move any of their goods around yet. But in April, when we do the Montana section or segment, that's the word I'm looking for, we'll definitely be cutting the grass and baling all that up to make some more silage. So let's go ahead and go to bed. We'll see where our money is, and we'll get back to Iowa. So yeah, we're overnight. We're got $120,000. That's cool. Okay. All right. Definitely say we're running a successful farm. And yeah, let's get back to Iowa. Well, that was a nice lunch break and taking a look at Bobby's progress in Montana. And it's time for us to get back in the John Deere here. Get a little more, it's a little more anhydrous put down. And we're going through our neighbor's property here. I think I want to start as far away as possible and work my way back. And this little skinny area back here is definitely where I think I'm going to start. But for the sanity of the same thing over and over and over again, I think it might be time to go to a super speed time lapse of us busting out the rest of these fields. Enjoy. Well, finally finishing up the big field, and 50 minutes, 46 minutes IRL real time. That's gonna be a blast to harvest. We're gonna need to combine, no way around it. Get this done, we'll head over to the last field and get it going. And hopefully we have enough daylight to, whoops, wrong button, to finish what we need to for the day. So looking at the field data, we have 25 to do, and then back to 47, or 40, was that 42, which is a small field. So we should be able to bust that out pretty quickly in the morning if we need to. But let's go ahead and get at least started on 25 out here, or 27. Sorry, I keep getting my numbers mixed up. I think it's, yeah, 25. Should not take as long, and it's just 5 o'clock, 5:30. So hopefully we have enough daylight here in March to get us through. Another gate to open. This one's a double gate, so we should be able to fit through here pretty good like we did on that one, or the other one. That's not ours. I'm so confused still. All right, we're in, but we will need those clothes to be able to, yeah, we'll need those clothes so that we can cultivate right here. Oh, that's filthy already. No better place than right here to start. Get our GPS lined up, and away we go. Yeah, even with the speed override, it still took 45 minutes to do that last field, which is telling. Maybe we should have had Bobby come with us for planting season, because it's just us here. We'll have to look around for some farm hands, see if there's any in town. Well, the darkness has snuck up on us pretty quickly here as we're finishing off field 25 here. A couple more passes, we'll be all set. Don't know why GPS is doing that. We got that tiny little field. I think we're gonna sneak in tonight so we don't have to worry about it tomorrow. We'll get this little spots that we missed here. We'll head back to the house, get that done. And finally, take another rest for the day. All set, 57% left in the tanks. Yeah, financially, we did not need to buy the refill tanks. We can just drive to town every 2 years to get this refilled. Very nice. Go ahead and put it away. We'll clean it up in the morning. It's a little dark right now. That's where it'll live for now. Get it shut off, and it's time to take a nap. I'm not exactly sure how I did this, but I got the pressure washer in the bedroom, and we're just gonna run around with it. Is it gonna let me out the door? Yeah, seems like a little glitch. I was messing around with it in the garage. I can't run, but as we get over here, it's kind of hilarious if you ask me. But if you get over here, you can see that's where our pressure washer is, but I have like this wireless pressure washer. So we'll go ahead and spray this down while we have it and see if it actually works. I'm not exactly sure how to let go of it. We'll see, but yeah, we'll get this all sprayed down and taken care of. And then we're top of the mind for today is going to be getting a spreader for lime and looking into a planter for planting corn. So after we figure out how to let go of this pressure washer, we will be looking at the catalog of the store to see what we can find. Okay. Tabbing to a vehicle took care of that. All right, time to go shopping. We're gonna see if this $37,000 spreader is gonna do the job for us, which is an interesting idea. I think there's other trucks that you can get for this. We'll have to see. I don't know. I wanted to see if ours was compatible because I know other Mack trucks were, but it doesn't seem like ours fits it. So we might be doing another purchase potentially. Let's just try to brute force this. Let's see what happens. It does. Interesting concept. All right, now let's buy some lime. 30,000 liters fits in this thing, so we might as well get enough for that. Maybe not. We'll go with 16,000 right for now. Get this filled up. We're gonna give this a shot. Something I've never done before, so might as well in the honor of doing things a little different. And today we really need to focus on getting the cornfields ready, so we're gonna put lime on those first. And then after that, we're gonna look at a we're gonna look at a planter after that and potentially get that going because we definitely need to plant in April. We'll see how far we get today. I feel like we should have bought 30,000. We'll see how far this gets us. I have no clue. All right, everything corn related is back here, so let's go ahead and head this way to begin with. And the other question is this gonna even fit through here? Oh yeah, plenty of space. All right, might as well start here. That is glorious. 15 miles an hour? The only thing we don't really have is GPS on this, so we could upgrade that. And hopefully this, I don't know, we'll see how quickly we go through this. Some mods go through lime faster than others, and these are some big fields, so we might be doing a lot of purchasing of lime. We got a lot to still buy for this farm before harvest, but we got all that income coming in from Montana, so we should be good. Turning the corner here. It's kind of interesting, though. I don't know if you'd want to take a truck like this. I guess you do for filling up grain, but conditions are good. We probably don't want this heavy of a vehicle on these fields. We probably want to do lime before cultivation. Yeah, we'll think about that next time. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's just, I wanted to do something different. It's kind of cool. Still going to take forever, though. It says we can do 25 override, so we're going to do that. Figured I'd do this field here first. Just get one field done. It'll make us feel better about ourselves, I think. One of those things is just waste product when it's spraying on something that's already been sprayed, which is why I like precision farming. Just some things to keep in mind. I didn't want to add that to this. I debated adding precision farming to Whiskey RP, but I definitely wanted a variety of playthroughs, and I already got 2 series going with precision farming, so that's why we did it this way. Looks like our first load's just about empty, and with the amount of ground we still need to cover with lime, I definitely think we're going to buy 30,000 liters this time. We'll get back to the farm here once we run out and get this reloaded and get back at it. But this is a cool purchase. It's fun to use. So there's 16,000 and oops, 14,000. And that'll cost us about 7 grand. So it's taking a little bit to load it up, and then we will get back at it. All full. That took a while. Let's get back to the field. Get back to spraying. Oh yeah, it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy. Maybe 30,000 was a bad idea. But the second we start using it, it'll start unloading. It'll get lighter. It should be okay. Go ahead and head over and finish this back area we were working on, and then, oh man, is that as fast as we're gonna be able to go? Might need a bigger semi. All right, let's get some weight off this thing, see what happens. There we go, already doing better. This thing is so confused. It's just wasting resources going this slow. All right, next time we don't fill it up this high. I don't understand why it's able to go so fast this way. It's not like it's that much of a grade downhill or uphill. I don't know. Already burned through 15% of it though. Sheesh. See what happens when we turn around here. If we got some of the weight off of it. Lesson learned. Going downhill and it was struggling. It's confused. Did the wheels slip in? Look at that digging into the dirt. Now it's getting up to 10. Yeah, not the best idea to have a semi on a field like this, I don't think. We might sell this. I don't know. I don't like it. If it was going 25 miles an hour the whole time, I'd like it. But it's not. It's not uphill right here. If anything, it's side, like, I don't know. I don't know why we can go only 10 or 11 this way and 25 the other way, even though the grade isn't that direction. Physics engines. I mean, slight downhill, maybe? Nah, I don't think so. We're gonna try to roll this at speed and see what happens. It's holding it. It's slowing down, though. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, I guess once we got down to 16,000 liters, it seems to be doing better going this direction. 18 miles an hour is definitely more doable than 10, so we'll keep that in mind. All right, 39 is done. We're gonna head over to 37 and 38 next. I'm not gonna get more lime yet. We will wait until we absolutely need it because of the weight issue there. Let's take a look at the map. Go here, needs lime. We'll shut the rest off. Yeah, we did decent. There's some areas we could get a little bit better, but that should be good enough. And I think we need to go all the way out this way and work our way around. And we'll get those 3-ish fields spreaded next. All right, here we are. Let's see how it does here. Should definitely be able to get to that 25 miles an hour, 24. Yeah, not bad. Got it. Should make this a lot quicker, and I think we'll do... Yeah, no, that'll waste material. Nope. I bailed too late. I was gonna go across, but then I realized, you know, I'd have to shut it off, turn it back on, so we'll just do a couple loops this way. Yeah, it's funny. Some of these big implements on these smaller fields are just kind of silly, but it is what it is. And I'm actually enjoying it. So let's keep rolling. Field number 2. Here we go. And last field that we need to get spread before we plant corn. I'm not sure we have enough lime. We might have to purchase a little bit more. And I'm not 100% sold on keeping this as our spreader. Lots of decisions to make. We might have wasted some money buying it, but it was fun. A fun little experiment. Not decided yet. It doesn't seem practical. And maybe it is. Maybe I'm overthinking things. And taking care of this little spot here. It looks like we do have enough left. Very nice. To get us by with this first group of fields that we really cared about in April, because we can plant them. We're going to have to wait till May to plant soybeans. I'll have to double check that. I believe that's how the calendar works in Teton County here. Around, and I don't know why that stopped turning. That was weird. And there's probably a different truck that we could get, a mod for this that would be better for in fields. Let me know what you guys know. But let's go ahead and get this back, and I think it's time to take a nice break and check on Montana. Back in Montana, Bobby is busy at cutting the grass. Got to take care of that this month. Get that all processed and turned into silage for the extra income. Like we said earlier, this is going to be very much key to success in Iowa, is to keep the money coming in Montana. Those big fields need big equipment, which means big money. Get this field all cut up and follow Bobby's progress along. Also might do some treatment on the vines as well. We got the money sorted out. Keeping track of the money is definitely going to be the hardest part of this whole process for me, but we'll get the hang of it. So money is set with the money we spent in Iowa in April. So now our balance is accurate for when things process every hour here in Montana. And it's definitely a day to cut both the fields. We'll get them all in the same cadence. So we'll get this grass field cut as well. Get the windrower out next. And I don't think we need to make any hay for the sheep. All right, it's been a while since we've done this field, so get it rowed up real quick. And that's too fast. And then we'll go to the other field, row it up, bale it up. Bobby's doing great. And it's time to bale. Bobby making great progress here. Get all this baled up and then wrapped. After that, I think we will switch to working on the vineyard and get that all pruned, and not pruned. We need to get it mulched and cultivated to allow the growth of the vines to not be taken over by the ground. And make sure all the nutrition from that ground goes into those vines. And that's the purpose of doing that. So we'll do that next, as well as probably give it its first application of fertilizer. And we'll have to do fertilizer on the grass fields as well. And that would probably be about it for Montana. But we've still got a lot to do, so let's get it done. All right, time to connect to the wrapper for the first time in a while here in Montana. And wrap up all these bales, and we'll get them all picked up and organized. Last bale getting wrapped. Busting through this progress here. Some good money. And it's 10 o'clock and we've made about $13,000 just with our productions. Let's get the wrapper put away, get the trailer out, get those all picked up, and then we will spray those fields. All right, 120,000 liters of grass, soon to be silage. Let's go ahead and just plop the trailer here. And I think we're gonna use, if we have solid fertilizer, we're going to use a spreader for the smaller field, and then we can get the sprayer out potentially for the bigger field. Found the solid fertilizer that we had, so we'll get this filled up and head on over. 1,400 liters should definitely be enough to do the small field. Turned on here. Absolutely, that'll work good. Plenty of fertilizer for this field. Make sure it grows nice for us next harvest. No lime required this time around. Probably be this time next year when we need to do that again. We might as well use what we have on the other field and see if we can get the whole thing. Got this one done. Very, 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 very nice. Do you guys think I say very nice, super exciting, or very exciting, exciting times, or all right the most? Let me know. So when I'm editing, I see all right, I see exciting times, I see very nice, a lot while I'm editing. What a dork. So I think that's all the work we're gonna get done in April. There's not much to do on the farm, so I wanna save some work for Bobby for May and June. So in May, we'll mulch and do the first application of fertilizer on the grapes. mulch. I keep calling it mulch. Yeah, mulch and cultivate. And then after that, in June, we can do the second application of fertilizer. Let's check these crops. So we might have June or July would be when harvest starts. Barley should be in June, so yeah, we're not too far away from having to fly back to Montana ourselves to do the harvest with Bobby. So, all right, we'll take track of our number, but we're gonna call this April done and sleep. We're gonna check on all the animals first. How's the food here? Looking good. Let's jump in the productions. We could move some wood chips around, but maybe we'll do that later. Plenty of water there. Missing wood chips. Oh no, glad we checked. Wine, clothes are good. Sugar's good. Wool is getting low, but we have plenty of that. So we can move over. Yeast has everything it needs. And enough wood. All right, let's get over to the telehandler and move whatever wood chips we have over to the whiskey distillery. And I wonder how long that's been out. Just gonna push it and not pick it up. Come on. That's so frustrating. Let's try this approach here. And we'll just push it all the way, I guess. What the heck? Yeah, that's not annoying at all. There we go. Oh my goodness, what a mess. And no whiskey spawned, so we must have been out for a while. Oh no. Yeah, things were gonna get missed when I'm not here to manage the farm. So that should get things back up and running. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that though. A couple pieces of equipment that we need to take care of. Get these sprayed down. And I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to do it in editing. These longer episodes that I'm trying to do, figuring out the amount of recording time and time to progress, it's going to take a little bit. So potentially this is not the end of the episode, but after editing, I'll figure that out. But let's go ahead and pass time in Montana, at least, and get our total so we know what to start with next episode in Iowa, which is going to throw it off a little bit, but it's okay. All right, and let's stop time, and I will make note of this, but I will catch you on the next episode.